Hey, welcome back to the Own Your Power Lifestyle Show, special real estate edition with Brenda Cano. I'm Coach Simone Kelly, talking with real estate and financing expert Brenda Cano. Welcome, Brenda.
Hi, thanks for having me, Simone.
Thanks for coming back. We're so happy because our listeners are loving all this information and they really love that you are just on it. You just keep shelling it out. So we're ready to take notes. First topic is a big one. Avoiding real estate scams. And I want to know, what are some of the top scams that people keep getting, getting got, so to speak. And I know they take advantage, especially of the elderly, I'm sure. But let's talk about some of the scams that we can watch out for.
Okay, one of the big ones is fake rentals. So a lot of times there's a property, let's say, that goes up for sale, and they put up the sign, but the property is vacant. So a lot of people will actually break into the property and put a for rent sign, and they'll advertise it online. And because these properties are vacant, they can actually collect deposits for multiple people without the owner even knowing. Yes.
And then what? How do they not get caught though? Like, it's not like it doesn't have to go to some bank or some, probably a cash app or something. Maybe they do.
Sometimes they do that, but usually they collect cashier's check made to like a bogus company or made to an individual who's not even the owner of the property.
Okay. Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah.
So there's like Airbnb-ish kind of like that kind of situation, or no?
It's usually vacant properties that are for sale. So they'll just remove the sign, like especially so there's a lot of flip properties that are investor owned. So they're not owner occupied. They just put up a sign, they hire an agent, but there's nobody actually taking care of the property. So scammers will post it online as a fake rental, and people drive by, they look through the windows, they see it's empty, they see it's remodeled, they'll give a deposit, they'll fill out an application, give them their social, their credit access to their history and all of that, and even give a deposit, and they'll collect multiple deposits. And all these people find out at the same time that there was never a rental, that the owner never authorized that it's for sale.
Right. Oh my goodness. And have you seen this on your own?
Sorry. Yes, actually. I had a property about 2 months ago that we listed that I started getting calls from random people saying like, hey, I just wanted to confirm that it was for rent because I see it like for sale on Zillow or on realtor.com.
Oh my God.
It's not for rent. It's 100% only for sale. And we turned in the information into the cops, but because nobody's deposit was actually taken, they didn't do anything. They didn't go after
them. Okay, so they didn't take the money. Thank God they called and was smart enough to double check, because that's frightening.
Like many years ago, I actually had a client that was an investor that was remodeling the property, wasn't up for sale yet, and somebody over the holidays broke into it, rekeyed it, and rented it out. It was a 4-unit property, and my client had to go through the eviction process.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And they went to court, and he had to give them time because the people were going to be essentially homeless.
Oh my God, that is so terrible.
So always before you ever give a deposit, check on title, go online, make sure that the owner is actually the person collecting the deposit, or ask for like an agreement between the owner and the management company, if it's a management company, and look them up, Google them, make sure that they're rated. Right. Because that's the number one like way to avoid a scam.
Okay, well, give me another scam that people get.
Wiring scams. So a lot of times, again, with these vacant properties, an agent or somebody posing as an agent will do an open house. People will come in, submit offers, and give in a deposit, and they can take multiple deposits. So the best thing to do is make sure you look online, find out who the real listing agent is. And you never give a deposit to a person, or you never do a cash deposit. You always make your deposit directly into escrow. And they're licensed and bonded, and you can look them up with the state, and they will give you, under wiring instructions, they will give you a phone number to call to confirm, a physical address, and their license number. So if an agent ever tells you to bring in your deposit in cash or cashier's check directly to them, that's not the way
shady. Okay, gotcha. Any other ones? Like, I'm sure aren't there like internet ones where they email you, or any of those?
Yeah, so a lot of times when, like, let's say you're in escrow, right? You found your home, you're going through the process. They might send you an email, like a spam company can send you an email changing the wiring instructions so that your down payment gets wired to another company that's not your actual company. So before you submit any kind of wire, always confirm with your escrow officer. and your escrow officer does not change in the whole transaction.
Okay. All right, that's good.
So yeah, because wire fraud is on the rise. It's just crazy right now. They'll send you an email that looks very similar, changing the instructions.
But
so
how do they even get it? How do they even get your info?
They break into your email account and they see that you're in escrow. They see the correspondence going back and forth. So they make a similar email and then try to modify the escrow instructions so that you can wire your money somewhere else. And you think you're bringing in your down payment to close, and you sent it to the wrong place. And when that happens, there's absolutely nothing that the escrow company or anybody else can do.
So the way to prevent that from happening, what do they have to do again?
So just make sure that when you open escrow, on your escrow instructions, you're going to see who your escrow officer is. Call them, talk to them, and that escrow officer will not change.
Okay.
It will be with you through the whole transaction. So if you get anything funny that's not coming from them, call and verify.
Okay. Any other scams you could think of? We still have a couple
Yes. So the rent to own scam, that one's a big one.
Really?
Yes. They advertise a property like, oh, you rent to own, rent it for like 2-3 years, and then we'll sell it to you.
I've seen that a lot.
Yes, a lot of times those are not being put on the market by the seller. It's a management company. So the management company does not have the authority to sell the property. The other, and that's not, renting to own is not illegal. It's just the way that they're doing it. So if you do a rent to own agreement, you have to have a predetermined time of when you're able to buy it and a price.
Right.
Because you don't want to
that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, so I've been here for 10 years now. How much are you going to sell it to me for? Oh, a whole nother price, or like it's gone up, so now you're going to pay more. You want to avoid all of that. So if you're really interested in doing a rent to own agreement, have the terms up front, and that avoids any issues in the future.
I always thought they were short terms, like 2 years, 3 years. I don't think they can go as far as 10 years. I mean, is that just an example?
They could be, as long as it's whatever they put in writing. But you just want to make sure that it's a specified time and an amount. As long as you have those two things in your contract, then you're all set. There won't be an issue.
Got it. Any last words or any more tips you could think of? So
always check. No matter what you do, always triple check. You're better safe than sorry, and whoever's in the business will be licensed and accredited. You can go into your state website and look up their names and their license number, and if they're licensed, they're being tracked. So you don't have to, so you can worry less.
Got it. That's great tips. Thank you, Brenda, so much. We're going to be back with another episode shortly. Next episode, we'll be talking about 5 home remodeling tips to help keep you under budget. So that's going to be a good one. So stay tuned and keep it locked. We're going to keep it locked on Own Your Power Radio and Own Your Power TV and Brenda Cano TV. So make sure you subscribe to all of our channels, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Brenda.
Bye.